Hello, everybody. Welcome to those of you who are watching live. I'm Peter Gelb, the Mets General Manager. Thank you so much for being our loyal supporters. Since at present, you can't be inside of an opera house with Anna Netrebko, the next best thing is being in a Zoom chat with her. So welcome all of you and welcome Anna to joining. Thank you so much. It's evening where you are, and
Yes.
on the East Coast of America, it's noon or a little bit thereafter. So it's great. First of all, it's great to see you. We don't get to see each other as often as we have in recent past, but I'm so excited about the pay-per-view event that you are going to be performing, the special concert coming up this Saturday from Vienna, from the Spanish Riding School, the historic location in Vienna, which there's an image of it, with and without horses. Um, although one of my colleagues suggested that perhaps you should enter the performance by riding a horse, we're not actually going to be doing that. Uh, so I think you're just going to be focusing on the performance. Although you're in no need of introduction to your many fans, I would like to remind our loyal viewers how much you have meant to the Met over the years. Um, you've sung 22 roles at the Metropolitan Opera House, 15 of which have been transmitted all over the world in our cinema transmissions, which is you are the record holder of most HD shows. And just to remind our audiences of what they've been missing, I wanted to play a little bit of an excerpt from the last live in HD show that you appeared in at the Met, which was when you were singing in the title role of Adriana Lecouvreur. So here's yet another tragic heroine who dies for love. But here is a brief excerpt of that we're going to listen to. Bravo. I remember how beautiful that was. Of course, you were singing to Ambrogio Maestri there on the stage. And so tell us a little bit about your program for this Saturday, which includes a little opera, but mostly it's composers who are close to your heart. And maybe you can give a little preview of the program, if you would.
So the program calls Day and Night, and it's actually in a concert that has two parts. But here we have a little shorter version, so we can fit in the time. First time it's first part dedicated to day, and everything is about day, morning, happy, sunrise, sunshine, birds, flowers. It's all there, and it's mostly happy and bright music. And the second half, it's all about night, which is actually much more material. I found. And there is some very serious stuff, serious, deep and dramatic pieces, and but also I put something, some elements like a funny, like little jokes. I always love to do that because I think the concert has to be not only concert, but it has to be some element of the theater. So you will see that. And Elena Maximova, wonderful mezzo-soprano, will be helping me in that to create this atmosphere. And Pavel Nebolstin, wonderful Russian pianist, very talented, gonna play for me the piano.
The program includes works by Rachmaninoff, Tchaikovsky, Rimsky-Korsakov. These are all composers who you've, I mean, are there new works on the program that you have not sung before?
No, already I sang already everything before.
The and the operatic portions, I know you're singing Depuis le jour from Charpentier,
yeah.
And you're singing a couple of, with Elena Maximova, you're singing a couple of operatic duets.
Yeah, we're singing a duet
Big
from
Dame.
Queen of Big Dame, but we're singing this not as a duet from the opera. We're singing this as a part of Tchaikovsky salon music, which been often performed in 19th century. So we sing 3 versions of the couplets, and it's done in a much lighter way, like it would be done in a salon of
Right.
Some rich people in Russia.
Well, we'll be in the
in 19th century.
Well, we'll be in the salon of the Spanish writing school, which is a big salon. But and of course, for our audience listening today doesn't know this, but you will be singing the opera Pique Dame on the stage of the Met in a coming season.
I hope so.
I hope so too. Is there some, like, I know you talked about it going from night to from day to night, and because we were discussing this the other day, is the what is there, if you were to pick a specific, is there one piece or 2 pieces on this program that most represent day and night to you, that are the most, that are your favorite parts of the program, or is there no, or is it all the same?
I think that they are all wonderful, and that's why I chose them. And the program is starting actually from the morning.
With the Rachmaninoff,
and it starts from nothing. This is like a piece starting from the pianissimo, and it's very soft. And that's why I like it. It's just exactly like an early morning. Everything, it's just starting to be awake. And then it's finishing, the first half finishing with mattinata, which is very bright and loud and happy.
Right. And then
I liked to mix the music, the languages in this special program, to create the program which will be understandable for many languages and countries and people. Not specific Russian, which I also love very much, but this is like more variety.
Yeah, right. No, that's with that, and I think that's really it's a really unusual, exciting program. It includes some major songs by Richard Strauss too in the second half, and
yeah, those are ones of my favorites.
The Vegan Lied and Stanchen.
Cool. I guess Vegan Lied I'm not gonna perform.
Oh, you're not going to perform that? Sorry. Okay.
No, because we needed to shorten the program, and Vegan Lied it's long, but you will hear it some other day. And
anything you sing is fine with me. We just have to make sure that our director Gary Halverson knows exactly what you're singing, so that he can make sure the cameras are in the right place. But
we find out.
We'll find out. We're rehearsing on Thursday, so we'll know more. But we're very excited about it. Tell me a little bit about, the life for opera singers has been so difficult for all performing artists over the past year. I think you have done perhaps more performing than most, in that you've been working, you've been spending most of your time in your hometown of Vienna, but you've also been performing at the Bolshoi. And I
In
know
Italy,
you were just in Spain, where, because there
mm,
are
and
some
in Spain, yes.
there are some companies that are performing. But what is it's still, even with you, with the fact you have been performing, your life has obviously been affected in a way, that you're not performing with the same regularity that you would if when things get back to normal, and you will be once again, of course. But how does that affect your rhythm as an artist? Uh, just in terms of, the stopping and starting, is that very difficult to deal with, or?
Well, it's what should I say? It's been horrible for everybody. I think every one of us suffered. And even if you will see my life, from Instagram and everywhere, it's looks happy and busy. Um, it just looks, I mean, it's fine. I'm dealing with that, and I'm working, and I'm not sitting on one place. I say, okay, let's do this, let's do that, let's find a job here, 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 there, let's do something. And we succeed about that. Also in the summer, when was possible to make open air concerts, so we went to Italy, and
Right.
the whole months we was there. And but of course, every cancellation, and they was coming like one after another, one after another, and they continue to come. It's like a knife which is stabbing you, and it's painful. It's painful.
And I guess one advantage, though, perhaps, is that you've had more time to spend with your family.
That's absolutely yes, and families, thanks God, it's fine, and we are wonderful. We moved to a new apartment.
Are
uh,
you in the new apartment now
yeah, it's a new
in
apartment.
Vienna?
Yeah, it's yeah, we've been working for that to renovate and all this. So now we are here, and but of course we need to continue to live, and we want to see the light in the end of the tunnel.
Right. So don't we all? I can't wait to see you back here in New York. And Yusuf, of course, your husband, who is one of the leading tenors in the world today. Um,
He's
uh,
been very busy actually.
what really? I know.
Tenors, yes.
He's been working a lot at the Bolshoi recently. I know.
Yes, and tonight he's singing in Mariinsky with the Gergiev Manon Lescaut.
Oh, fantastic! Oh,
Yeah.
cool. And so next season you'll be scheduled to sing Turandot at the Met,
Mhm.
which I think our audiences are really excited about, particularly since they got a preview of that when you sang you remember, of course, in the New Year's Eve
I
gala
do, yes.
not so long ago, 1 year ago, in December of 2019, you sang the second act of Turandot. There's an image of you, if you're
Yeah.
in the Zeffirelli costume, and in the
That's
fantastic.
amazing production.
That's amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I know. I promised to the audiences that I will not replace this production or the Zeffirelli Bohème. Those are the two greatest productions of his that really will go live on forever, I think. But I don't usually quote reviews, but I have to. I don't know if you, and I'm sure you don't read reviews yourself, but the leading critic of the New York Times, after he heard you, Tony Tomasini, after he heard you sing the Turandot and that whole gala, he said, I haven't heard this music sung so excitingly since as a teenager I heard the awesome Birgit Nielsen at the Met.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
So
Thank you.
that was pretty good. So we don't need to raise the expectations of our audiences, but I know everyone is really excited about your coming back to sing Turandot at the Met next season, and
Thank you.
and
So do I.
and also the concert that we announced, which you're doing with Yannick Nézet-Séguin, our music director, in October. So we have to hope that the vaccines roll out and we get everything in order so we can be performing on schedule. When I first and actually let me I have a question for you about Turandot, because your career has had such a remarkable kind of evolution, in that when I first heard you, I think it was when I first heard you at the stage of the Met.
Zarlina, though.
No, it was when I was in my transition in 2006, just before I was taking over as general manager, and I heard you sing Norina in Don Pasquale.
Yeah.
And for someone to go, I mean, one of the most remarkable aspects of your career is that you've gone from singing these super light coloratura roles to now tackling the biggest, kind of dramatic pieces. And so it's interesting, I think, for audiences to understand how aware you are of, or were you aware? Did you know when you were singing Norina that your voice was going to change, and that someday you'd be singing turned on the stage of the Met? Or was that an impossible question?
No, of course I could not imagine that, but you know what, it's so many sopranos who did the same, and it doesn't mean what they are become to be like super duper dramatic sopranos. You can be just soprano and sing turandot like many great sopranos did. And it depends on how you're doing that, and which approach, which idea you have, and if your voice allows you to do that.
Well, I remember some years ago you told me that you were thinking about singing Lady Macbeth in Verdi's Macbeth, and I remember you saying to me that you had heard it sung in Salzburg by, I forget the name of the singer, and that you realized it was a role that you did not have to just stand there and um, scream, that it could be done with a whole different kind of approach of finesse. And then you came to the Met. I'm sure you remember this. We arranged for you to do a special kind of
Audition.
well, audition for yourself, because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't have to audition for me, but I was in the house with you because you wanted to see what in the acoustics of the Met, how that would work. And after you did it, you sang the arias, the two big arias, and you said to me, you knew it was possible. And so I think it's very interesting that you take that, you're approaching it from a much more kind of I guess a more lyrical point perspective, right? These big roles, and yet you're singing them with huge power too. So it's I don't know how you do it,
You
but
just have a great acoustic in your theater.
well, it's a great acoustic for some singers. But certainly it's an acoustic that loves your voice. So what in terms of some of the big new roles you're going to be singing at the Met, which we've been talking about for the future, which range from Peak Dame, which I mentioned, to Forza, Del Destino, which you've already sung with great success at Covent Garden and elsewhere, to Lohengrin, which you sang already in Dresden. What is I mean, as you plot your future career vocally, I mean, do you as you plan it, do you have like a sort of this big kind of uh, um, like strategic board where you plan different pieces and how they will, because obviously one role affects another role too, right? So how do you think do you think about that consciously?
Sometimes, yes, I do. I do think I would love to add to my repertoire Abigail, which I supposed to perform in many theaters this year.
Right.
I hope it will happen because I like this very much. It's a wonderful role. It's a bel canto. It's keeping voice in shape. It's you need to be very very good singer to perform this role. So I would need to study this very well. I learned it already. I just need to put it on my body. And also, I'm studying the Requiem Verdi. I never sang it, so it's coming. And I think I would love to sing Strauss. I know, even if I cancel Salome everywhere, but um, I'm now practicing a little bit of some Strauss music, and I found it's very good for my voice, and it's very healthy. It does something to me, and I remember better German text in Strauss than in Wagner. Funny, I don't know why.
Interesting.
Interesting. I learned Ariadne very fast, and if you now ask me some words in Wagner, I don't remember. But I don't know why. What is the reason of that? But I think yeah, like Ariadne or something Strauss, which is maybe not as dramatic as Salome, would be very good for my voice and for my development. it's definitely keeping voice in a good shape and in a good position.
Well, we will certainly put it on our list. And the role of Abigail, you will sing at the Met as well. So
Yeah, we probably need to reschedule this
yeah,
because
we
you
have to
have
reschedule.
production already. Yeah.
Right. The one other question about roles. Over the years when I've asked you about certain roles, sometimes you've rejected roles or accepted roles, not only on the musical value, but on how interesting the character is. And I know you've turned down some roles. I won't say which ones. That where you didn't think the character was interesting enough. What makes a character interesting to you?
Oh, I don't know. It's feelings. The character can be even very calm and has nothing. Like, for example, Leonora in Forza del Destino. I mean, there are no character at all. There's no. I mean, no. But I love so much music of this wonderful opera, and I love the music of Leonora. So that's why I'm singing this, performing this.
Right.
But yeah, most of the time, I need to like the girl. I need to understand what is she about, you know.
And you like generally stronger characters, I imagine.
I feel more natural in a stronger characters,
Right.
but I also can do with quite passive and observing girls if the music will will make something to me.
Okay, fair enough. So we're almost out of time, but before we go, we have several audience questions for you, because we ask our audience members to submit them. So I would not be doing my duty if I didn't give you a couple of those questions. So here's the first one. This is from one of your Instagram admirers, who's obviously a fan of your cooking videos as well, who wants to know, when are you going to open a restaurant?
When you will fire me.
Okay, well, I'm not going to be firing you, so I guess you won't be opening a restaurant. The next question is from Vasilisa, who is your 4-year-old fan. She's 4 years old, who has written in to say, "Hi, Anna. What do you like to do after you leave the stage at the end of a performance?"
I would love to eat something and drink a glass of wine, and then I go to sleep.
Okay,
easy.
That's good. All right, I got 2 more questions for you. When you realized that opera was going to be your life's work, who did you consider a role model? Did you have a role model?
No.
Okay. All right. Final.
I mean, every person who has a personality, who is strong, who did an amazing life, and this is can be a model for me,
right,
for everybody. But it doesn't have to be opera singer. It can be I don't know, any kind of person.
Well, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me ask you this though. Just who do you consider to be your musical? Did you have a musical mentor, a most important person who guided you early?
I have many. I mean, all these amazing conductors with whom I've been working and still working. Gergiev, Barenboim, Papano, and Shai, Muti, Abado. I mean, oh my God, I try to remember that. They are all wonderful, and Harnoncourt. I learned so much from them. I'm very thankful to them, because they are really they are treasures. They know so much about music, and it's important for us to take this from them.
Right. All right. Last question. Of all the operatic roles you've played, what is your favorite and why?
It's not possible to answer that. I have too many. And I like to change them. I cannot sing one role long. I need to switch.
Yeah, when people ask me that question, I always say it's whatever opera I'm working on at the moment. But
exactly, yes, yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah. All right. So, any final message for your Met Opera fans who miss you so much?
guys, I'm missing you too. Please enjoy the concert, and it is a wonderful program. There is some very complicated pieces, and very some of them are rare performed, and I would love to listen to that. And just be happy. Try. Let's all try to survive. Let's try not become to be upset or angry all the time, but maybe we'll see the light in the end of the tunnel.
I think we will. I'm looking forward to seeing the light at the end of the tunnel with you.
Yeah.
And I thank you so much. I'll be watching and working, of course, on the Zoom concert on Saturday. And I know everyone who is tuned in today will be joining us as well. So thank you so much for doing this. And I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Thanks so much.
Go make snowmen.
Good idea. Okay. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.